Yo, I'm back. I want to talk about Kullervo because he got this sick new deluxe skin with the Rally Prime update that we got here yesterday. I copped this thing. I absolutely love it, and I figured I'd talk about Kullervo. The next time he'll probably be relevant is when his Prime comes out. So, things of note: Kullervo, awesome warframe, super tanky, tons of melee damage buffs. He can buff normal weapons as well very well with his third ability. He does a decent amount of ability damage, and he's super accessible. You can get him as soon as you finish the Duviri quest line, and you can farm the Kullervo's Hold Island and kill his boss fight over and over again for his parts and Kullervo's Bane to buy him from the shop there in Duviri. So very good Warframe, very accessible. Let's talk about his abilities and gameplay loop and how I play him when I'm in mission. All right. So when I'm in mission as Kullervo, all right, we're spawning in. Enemies are around here. I'm hitting two. You hit your second ability. These daggers go out. They search for guys. If they don't hit anyone, they'll do damage to you. But when they do hit people, they give you overguard and HP for healing. All right, it's very nice. Okay, so that is your first button that you're going to be hitting a lot. You will stay alive. That's your tankiness. All right. Your second button is your first ability. All right. Now this will TP you and it'll give you a huge crit chance buff. We're sitting at 220% crit chance. This will make a majority of weapons red crit. And if not, it'll probably make most weapons consistently orange crit. All right. If they're not pumping a lot of crit chance already. It is a very, very good melee damage buff. All right. On top of that, if you hold it, you teleport to an enemy and perform a heavy attack, and you'll do lots of damage and get the lingering buff. So that is his first ability. So we're hopping in the mission, we're hitting 2-1, getting our survivability up and getting our damage up. All right. Now, when those things are active, we're hitting our fourth ability. This rains down daggers. Okay, it's very, very good. It'll do tons of slash procs, not very big ones. It's kind of like a death by a thousand cuts thing, and it'll feel very nice. I like to fight inside of this ring. That's why I build for so much range. It's like my little domain expansion, and it's very nice. All right. Now you combo that once you have that active, and you don't have to spam this. This is more of a it feels nice thing. You use your third ability. You send out some chains, and this chain a bunch of enemies together, and they share damage taken. So this is good for two reasons. All right, it'll chain a bunch of tiny damage together, so you're death by a thousand cuts to a thousand enemies, and they're sharing all their damage and taking a bunch of damage. A little redundant, say it twice, whatever. Also, it's really good for big one-shot weapons like the Paragale here. We hit one guy in the head really hard, and all that damage is shared with our third ability. So that's kind of three ways to play Kullervo, three play styles. You can melee spam, whether it's heavy attacks or light attacks. You don't need to change my build at all. You can use your ability damage with the 3 and 4 combo, or you can use a big one-shot weapon, whether it's a sniper or a shotgun. You can do this all like in mission, while you're playing. He's very flexible. Okay. Um, Things of note before I show you this: his fourth ability builds combo when the daggers hit. That's why it's up there on my little passive. That's Kullervo's passive above my ammo and whatnot and his abilities. Um, and his passive, his self, he gets melee heavy attack efficiency and melee heavy attack wind up. His heavy attacks are very fast and they don't use a lot of combo. So feels good, feels great. Yippee! All right. Now, I'll show you like all three of these in action. I'll show you like typical melee Kullervo. We'll spawn these guys. We go in. We're in mission. We get some overguard, stacks our buffs, and we'll melee these guys. Obviously, Kullervo's really dependent on your melee, but trust me when I say this, use your just favorite melee weapon. I have the Okinya Prime on because I like these things a lot. I like these dual daggers. I like their Incarnate passive. They're fun. But just use your favorite melee on Kullervo, and you will have a dandy old time. All right. Now I'll show you his ability damage, and then I'll show you the sniper damage. So let's pause them for this showcase here. We go in. We'll activate our fourth ability right in the center. We'll chain all them up, and now they're sharing all their damage. It tears through the trash units. It will get hung up on the heavy guys a little bit. It's nice chip damage. It's nice chip damage for when you're meleeing in these grunts. It's nice chip damage for your friends. If you're playing multiplayer, you're chunking them down for your buddies. This is a fun way to play. You know, it's nice. And it's cool. It's fun. Whatnot. Whatever. Right. On to the sick one-shot playstyle. Gotta wait for my daggers to run out here. We're waiting. All right, they're gone. We will make sure we simulate all these guys. So you got your big one-shot shotgun sniper, whether it's a Felarx, whether it's the Paragel here, whatever you want to use. We hit 3 and chain all these guys. I didn't. Oh, I did hit a heavy gunner. You want to focus on the big guys, the big health pools. That's how you kill the grunts. And yeah, it's insane. Very, very nice. And we'll just get that guy out there. He didn't get chained, but whatever. Yeah, nice one shot. The same build, 3 different play styles. It all feels very good, swapping between each one here and there, while you're in mission. So now it's time to talk about my builds, and we'll just my build, one singular build, and we'll go from there. So first things first, because he's so accessible early, I want to talk about like beginner options for him, and this is it. This is all you need. Overguard and healing early from your second ability is OP as anything. So I think you just need the Vitality mod and Strength and Duration here. So you're getting a decent Wrathful Advance buff. You're getting a decent heal and amount of Overguard from your 2 and Continuity, so your buff stays up for a while. This is just insane. This is a lot of power for a beginner, genuinely. I would upgrade these 3 mods first, and you'll be feeling really good as a new player if you get Kullervo super, super early. As for upgrades, as you're progressing through the star chart, maybe you put a potato on him, maybe you put some forma on him like I do. I would put some stretch, so your 2 hits more people and your 4 hits more people. And I would put a streamline for, efficiency's sake, and keeping up your energy flow. So this is like my super quick and dirty beginner build for Kullervo and what I'd run. Now, as for my finished build, this is what we're rocking. All right. So first things first, let's talk about duration and why I have a lot of it. I love his 4th to last a very long time, and I love my first ability to last a long time. We're keeping up our domain expansion for a really long time for all the chip damage, and we're keeping up Wrathful Advance for all the melee damage. It's a very, very simple reason for why we have so much duration, okay? And as for range, it's nice to have your 2 hit as many people as possible, so you're getting tons and tons of Overguard, and it's really, really nice for our 4 to hit a lot of the map. So we're chipping tons and tons of guys down, and maybe even killing some of the trash units, okay? As for modding for strength, that's what my triple umbrals are for. That's where all of our strength is coming from. Obviously, we do need at least a little bit since we're running overextended here. And yeah, you don't need lots of strength on Kullervo. Basically base, I know I'm at 110. We're rocking 220% crit chance buff, okay? That's without molt augmented even stacked, okay? It's pretty insane. Yeah, it's a very, very simple build. There's nothing insane going on here. As for the augment, your domain expansion will follow you around the map. I tend to find this pretty useful. I play in pubs a lot. And I play Kullervo while I'm grinding like Void Fishers per se. And people like to move around a lot for some reason. They like to go from room to room while we're in a survival mission. So I'm dashing around and my storm is following me. And it feels really, really good. So those are all the mods taken care of. Let's talk about the arcanes here. Now, arcanes on Kullervo, they are absolutely just like not mandatory whatsoever. Molt augmented here is fun for higher crit chance and more healing and overguard. Okay, Energize is here because I don't run Zenuric all the time. I'm not running Death Cube all the time. I just like the extra energy regen. These arcanes are the oyster of your world. All right, Run whatever arcane you are comfortable with here. You could run, where is it at? Arcane Avenger for more flat chance. You could run Arcane Bellicose. I do have a lot of HP on this build. It's more ability strength. You could run Augmented and Bellicose and probably have fun. Um, Arcane Battery for more energy. Yeah, there's lots and lots and lots of options. You could run both the tank arcanes, Guardian and Grace on top of your Overguard. Would be absolutely nuts. Yeah, run what absolutely anything you want here. All right, that's all you got to know. So arcanes, flex slots, everything else here, I wouldn't change. I love my triple umbrals. I love my duration. I love this augment mod. I love everything here. Maybe the aura mod's a flex slot. All right. As for loadout recommendations, like I said, run a big one-shot sniper or shotgun. That's really fun with his 3 ability, but it's not mandatory. That's a me thing, but I recommend it. It's a fun way to play the guy. As for melee weapons, run your favorite melee weapon. The Okinya Prime is probably my favorite light attack weapon in the game right now. Yeah, I think it is. Run a heavy attack weapon. The new tack and lug, the sword and shield where you throw the shield on the heavy attack. That's a really fun heavy attack weapon right now. Run a heavy attack glaive. Run a gunblade like the Stropha or Redeemer Prime. You could do anything like that. And on top of all that, I recommend running Naramon because Naramon helps you upkeep your combo. Kullervo already has a lot of ways to help you upkeep your combo, but I feel like just why not have more? Duh. It feels good. It feels great. And as for secondaries, I don't think there's anything to recommend here for me. You could run like a Nucor or a Cycron, an Epitaph, a Compressa, any of like the primer weapons. If you really need to prime an enemy with tons of elements here in your secondary slot, that is a way you could go. And I think that is everything I want to talk about with Kullervo in the Simulacrum. Talked about his gameplay loop, talked about my 3 different play styles. I've talked about the builds that I like, my loadout suggestion. I think that's it. I think I'm gonna go hop in a Lua survival. I think that's the place to go, and we're gonna have a good time playing Kullervo there. So I will see you there. Alrighty, here we are in some Steel Path Circulus survival, and I'm Kullervo. I'm gonna Kullervo it up on this beautiful Yareli Prime update. Let me know how it's going for you on the Yareli Prime grind if you are grinding her. Not going so great for me. I've cracked a decent amount of Axie Radiant Relics so far and didn't get the part at all in any of my rad shares. I've gotten her helmet so far. I got that gold part, so that's good. But I'm out of relics, so now I need to grind relics. I popped all the ones I got from my relic pack purchasing with standing, and I'm out. But enough about Yareli Prime grind. Yeah, this is Kullervo. I mean, we're chilling. My melee weapon's kind of insane, the Okinya Prime. So I'm not really showing off Kullervo to its fullest extent here. But trust me when I say these red crits are all Kullervo. That's all you need to worry about. I'm keeping my combo up because of Kullervo and my Naramon. And we are chilling. This guy, I think he might be one of the best like scaling warframes. Like from the second you get him with like a baby beginner build all the way up into like a maximum investment build. I'm trying to think maybe Excalibur now. Excalibur with like an oh, what's it called? What's the arcane? Like Baby Excalibur all the way till you're using melee influence on Exalted Blade. That's pretty strong now. I don't know. Mag and Volt are also pretty strong. I feel like Mag has a lower ceiling, and she's very good. Mag's not bad at all. Rhino, I feel like Rhino's kind of fallen off, especially with the existence of Kullervo. You can get Kullervo so early versus Rhino. It's kind of like, I don't know. If I got a friend in the warframe like tomorrow, and they're like, "Hey, should I go farm Venus for Rhino or should I farm Duviri for Kullervo?" I'm probably telling them they get Kullervo, to be honest. He does the Rhino thing where he's super tanky and doesn't die, and he does wonders for you late game with this melee buff. So I don't know. What about Gara now? You can get Gara super early from Plains of Eidolon, and she also has an exalted melee weapon. Hmm. Yeah, Gara, Excalibur, Kullervo. You can get them super early, and they're just absolutely nutty. Especially Gara and Excal now. Kullervo's been nutty. Hmm. Definitely something to ponder. And yeah, I mean, there's not much to ponder about this mission, huh? Kind of absent-mindedly going through it. After this storm runs out and my melee buff runs out, I'll use the sniper for a little bit and show you that. And we'll have a good time. Dude, I love these Okina primes. If you've ever played Risk of Rain 2, the Incarnate passive is literally Ritual Dagger from that game. You get these little daggers that float around and then they track towards enemies. They're pretty sick. It's identical. It's pretty cool. I love it. I love it. Our KPM is so freaking high that I'm not really recasting my 2 as much for my Overguard. And honestly, I should, because knowing my luck, there's going to be an Arson Eximist, and I'm going to get knocked down, and that'll be it. Alright. Our Storm of Ukko is over. Let's get our 3 out. So you just see like the white affinity numbers, and that's it. It's so silly. Ooh, we need more energy. That's one thing. It costs a lot of energy to constantly cast through 3. And that entire room just got dead from one burst of my Paragel. It's so nice. Oh, we didn't hit that guy. Dang it. Whoa. And that like whole room's dead right there. Very cool. It cost a lot of energy, so we're gonna go back to melee. Get our buff up. Torment, where are you? Hey, stop going in the tidal wave. You're not Hydroid, buddy. You're not him. Yeah, we are just big chilling on this build. I'll tell you what. It's just this Warframe in general. He is just an absolute monster. Oh, I gotta do this. Always forget about this when I go into some Lewis survival. We'll chop this tree down. He's gone. We'll get our buff back up. Get our storm back up. And we're already at the 5-minute mark. 5 minutes and 30 seconds. I mean, we'll chop this sentient down before we go. I mean, what's there not to love? I know might be some naysayers that are like, hey man, you're using an influence incarnate melee weapon. I got 2,000 hours in the game, and I'm doing a Kullervo build video. Like, I don't know what you want me to do, man. You want me to run the Skana Prime with like pressure point and that's it? Like, listen, we're cooking, all right? And you'll cook with Kullervo as well. So yeah, that's the guy with his new deluxe skin. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Ooh, we got some nice lighting here too. Oh yeah, look at him. Little dark, little gray, scale tone, whatever. But I like my gold. I like my blue. I do switch the energy colors around a lot from like orange, blue, red, sometimes green. I've been going with. I've been flip flopping a lot with this deluxe skin, but you should cop it and play Kullervo. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.